Good morning. So today we're going to be doing Instagram followers control my bookish day. So you guys over on Instagram voted on little polls that just had emojis on, and that is going to control what I do today. Hopefully that's self-explanatory. I put 6 polls up all together. However, I messed up on one of them, so we're going to completely ignore that one and then we're just going to use the other 5 to determine what I will be doing today. First one was what I'm going to wear. There was a little poll and it had like a Christmas tree and a black heart on there, so these are the 2 options. So the Christmas tree was my green jumper that I've literally been wearing throughout the whole of Bookmas. When I get a new piece of clothing, I just hyperfixate on wearing it. So that was option 1. The other option was the black viral Primark cardigan. I wanted to wear like a cardigan cozy outfit today. After you guys voted, I will be wearing my green cardigan again. I'm so sorry, you guys are going to be so sick of seeing that in all these videos, but I am literally in love with this. It's so soft, literally so soft. So I'm about to go and get dressed and, well, have a shower and get dressed, and then I'll come back and we'll talk about what the plan is for the rest of the day. But starting off, at least we now have an outfit picked. I'm now dressed, just got this little jumper on that you guys picked, and then I've just got some jeans on, but not my normal colour blue jeans because they're in the wash. I'm a little bit upset that I haven't got my dark blue jeans to wear today, so we're just going with it. Literally just got ready, and the plan now for today is to go book shopping. So I got you guys to do a few polls. We're going to do some reading this afternoon, so I got you to pick whether I'm going to read a physical book or a book on my Kindle, and then how many pages. But we're going to do that when we come back from book shopping. For book shopping, I got you to choose which genre I'm going to purchase, whether it's going to be fiction or fantasy. You ended up picking fiction, which is good because I kind of have in mind the book that I wanted to buy. I actually do have in mind some other books that I want to buy. So I need to buy a book for my friend because it's her birthday next week and she wants to read The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. I'm fine to say that on here. She totally knows that I'm getting her that book, so it's fine. And then I did go into the works yesterday. I went for dinner with my friend and then we went into the works, and they have Fearful in there, which is part of the Powerless series. Now I have all the other books from the Powerless series, so I think I might go and pick that up. That was literally nothing to do with this video because I know I got you to pick like fantasy or fiction, and now I'm buying both, but that was nothing to do with this video. I just saw it yesterday and I was like, do you know what, I'm going book shopping tomorrow, so I'll just pick it up tomorrow when I go. I also got you guys to pick whether I get a coffee or a matcha because I want to go and get a drink from Starbucks, like a festive drink. And yeah, so I got you guys to pick whether I get a coffee or a matcha, so we're going to go and do that as well. I am going to try and find the book that I had in mind, which is The Favourites by Lane Fargo. That was kind of on my radar because I've picked my 26 to 2026 books and that's on there, and that's something that I do want to read quite soon, but I don't actually own that book, but I knew that I would want to read it next year, which is why I included it on that list. So I am going to go and look for that book today, and then just have a mooch around, to be honest, and see if there's any other books in there or not. But yeah, that was the idea, to go and get that book or a fiction book if I can't find The Favourites. So if they don't have The Favourites, then we'll just go and have a look for another fiction book. I do actually want to go and get, is it Fearful? I think it's Fearful from the Powerless series, because I want to read that before the end of the year, although that was nothing to do with this video, but I just thought I may as well mention it because I'm going to end up buying it. So I may as well mention it now as a little caveat for when we turn up with that book later. So I've just got to the shopping centre and I've just parked. It's actually really dark in here and all my mirrors are fogged up because it's warm in here compared to outside. But we're going to go up now and go book shopping. I'm thinking about maybe going to the works first to pick up Fearful because I know that that's the one that I want to get, like that's in my mind, and then I might go to Waterstones afterwards to go and look for The Favourites. and their deals are down, so you can only pay in cash. I'm gonna go and look in another bookshop that's around here to see whether they've got any other books that I want, because Waterstones also didn't have the favourites by Lane Fargo. So I'm gonna go and have a look in another bookshop and see if they've got all the ones I want. If not, I'm just gonna get some cash out and then go back there. Shopping. I got more books than I intended to, but it was a little Christmas treat for myself. I got my coffee. I actually forgot to mention that you guys picked coffee over matcha. I was going to go with the gingerbread one either way, so I've gone with the gingerbread latte, and I've just picked up a panini as well to eat for lunch. It's like lunchtime now, so I just thought by the time I get home and then make lunch I'm going to be starving, so I've bought it. It's toasted and it is boiling hot. I will do a little book haul as well when I get home of the books that I ended up getting. I also managed to get my friend's birthday present, so I'm really happy with that. Unfortunately, Waterstones tills were down, so I had to go and get cash out, which, like, I think I mentioned it in the vlog, because when I went to the other bookshop they had the favourites but they did not have any of the other books that I was planning on getting, because when I got to the shop I remembered that I was intending to get my book of the month, so I managed to get that as well. I was going to get it from the works, but it had sprayed edges and I'm just not a sprayed edge girl, so I just didn't want that one, so I ended up just getting the normal one from Waterstones and my friend's book for her birthday as well, so I managed to get all of that. And like I said, now I'm just heading home and we'll eat some lunch, and then I've actually thought of a little solution to the issue that I had with picking the poll that I did wrong, because I did a poll that was like pick a physical or a Kindle book, and then the two books that I put to pick between on the next one were both on my Kindle, but you guys picked a physical book, so I was like, oh, I've messed that up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is just use that poll, and like I can't remember which one has won, so I'll just associate one Christmas book to the first one, the first emoji, and then one Christmas book to the second emoji, and then whichever one has won we'll pick that one. So I'm just gonna put like all I want for Christmas as the first one, I think, and then Good Spirits as the second one, and then we'll just see which one has won. And we'll just read some of that one. So yeah, I've fixed the poll. That's what we're gonna go with. But I'm just gonna finish driving home now. I also managed to pick up a top to wear to my Christmas party, because I ordered something to wear from ASOS, and due to it being Black Friday the deliveries are all delayed, so it's not going to come on time, and I'm going out on Saturday, so I've managed to find a top that I'm going to wear to the Christmas party, and I actually have another Christmas party to go to next week, so I could wear it there as well. So I'll show you that little top as well when I get home. I'm going to drive home now, and then we'll go through like all the books and everything that I bought. Now home from shopping, so let's do a little haul. Let's show you this top first, which is from H&M. So I'm planning to wear this with some jeans this week, and then I've ordered a leopard print skirt for next week. So it's just this like high neck silky top, but on the back it's got a little bow, and then it's backless for like most of it, so I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to try that on later and hopefully that fits. And then onto the books that we bought. Obviously I was actually only meant to get one, and I've come home with 4. So we did manage to get The Favourites by Lane Fargo, which I'm very excited about, because this, like I say, is on my 26 for 2026 TBR, so I really want to get to this one quite early in the year next year. And a goal of mine is to broaden my genres that I read, which I have been doing this year, and I wanted to continue that into next year and try more genres and stuff. So that is going to help with this, because this is just a general fiction and I've heard amazing things about it, so finally got my hands on this one. And then I also picked up Good Spirits by BK Borison, which is my book club's book of the month this month, and it is a Christmassy romance. He is the ghost of Christmas past, but she's not exactly Scrooge, so that's what it says on the back. I'm excited to read this one. I don't know too much about it, but there is a second one coming out, I think, called Grim Tidings, so we'll see whether I like that one. Then from the works, they actually had Fake Skating by Lynn Painter, which I've been hearing really good things about, so I picked that one up, and luckily it wasn't a sprayed edge one, so I'm excited to get to this one because a lot of people have said it's really good. And then I also picked up Fearful, which obviously I wanted to anyway, so I now have every book out, I think, of the Powerless series. So this actually retails at $14.99 and the works is £7.50, so if you want to get this, I would recommend going there to get it because it is significantly cheaper. I'm planning to read this for the end of the year because it's only a short book, and then I'm also up to date on the series as well. Let's go and pop them in my book room, not that I actually have any room for these in there. As you can see, the bookshelves are looking a little bit busy, so I'm not actually sure where we're going to put these, and I'm going to take the stickers off as well. Do you have a Lynn Painter section up there, so I'm not sure if this one will fit in there. Don't think it's going to fit in there. Let's fit down there. The favourites can go on that pile there. Then Fearful should fit in because I've got a hardback of Fearless that's like laid down on its side, so you can go underneath that one. Just fit in under there nicely. Yeah, there we go. Let's have a look actually at which one of the books would have won the poll, and then we can take that book downstairs and get some of the pages done. I allocated All I Want for Christmas to the top one, and then Good Spirits to the bottom one. So Good Spirits actually has won. I still am going to read All I Want for Christmas at some point because it's on my December TBR, and obviously we have time this month to read it, but considering this is my book club's book of the month, I think it is probably a wise decision to actually start this one. You guys picked for me to read 50 pages, so we'll start doing that now. I'm just going to go and eat my lunch and then we'll start reading some of Good Spirits. I've just had to do like some other stuff for my day, so I actually haven't been reading the book yet. I've just put a bonus poll onto my stories for voting what I'm having for dinner. So the options are coconut chicken curry, I obviously won't be having chicken, I'll be having corn, or what was the other option? Beef cheeseburger quesadillas. So I've popped those onto my story and then we'll go back in a little bit and see what's been picked. But I'm just gonna give my room a quick tidy up, like pull the stuff off the bed and stuff, and then I'm going to have a shower. I need to wash my hair. I didn't do it this morning because it was raining outside, so I just thought there's no point, it's gonna get ruined. So I'm gonna do that, wash my hair and stuff, and then get my pajamas on, and then we'll read some of the book. Well, we'll read 50 pages of the book. As long as I can leave it for dinner because I'm literally starving now, so I need to go and make something. But the beef cheeseburger quesadillas ones, we're actually going to go and cook those now. I have all my dinners from HelloFresh, which honestly has been a life changer since like we've started doing that. So I'm going to go and cook it, and it's so simple to do, and I like following the little steps on the sheet that you're given. It's like 6 steps maximum. Perfect for me because I'm just not I can't do complex cooking. I can cook, I don't like the process of complex cooking. So let's go and make some dinner. Dinner, and I can confirm that was delicious. We've actually never had that meal from HelloFresh before, but that was really nice, very delicious. highly recommend trying it if you do HelloFresh, or just even trying making quesadillas at home. They were so good. Earlier I only read one chapter of the book, so I'm going to sit now and read up to 50 pages. The chapters are quite long, so I might be on like page 10-ish already, and we've already got introduced to obviously the main character, and then the ghost of Christmas past has already popped up at the end of chapter 1, so it's like quite quick in terms of like the characters have met each other straight away in chapter 1. So I'm going to carry on reading now and come back with some more thoughts and stuff once I've read my 50 pages. Read my 50 pages. I actually read up to page 58 because that was like the end of a chapter, and it's actually, so far it's actually really quick paced because we're already looking at Harriet's past. We've already like gone to a memory of her past, so it's very quick paced, and she's kind of like understanding that it is actually magic now, because she was really skeptical at first, being like, how did you get into my house? And he's like, I'm a ghost. And she's like, no, you totally just broke into here. And he's like, no, I'm a ghost. And she's like, no, don't think so. And now she's like, oh, you are actually a ghost. So yeah, that's literally where we've got to. She now knows or believes that he is a ghost, and he has took her to the first memory that they're to explore. So he's trying to uncover why he's been sent to her as an assignment, like what she could have possibly done in her past that needs to be resolved. And she is also like, I don't know what I've done, I'm not a bad person, I don't know what I've done. And he has said that like his normal assignments are people who are normally people who are horrible people. So he's like, I don't know why I've been sent to you, because you're not a horrible person, so I don't know why. But yeah, that's basically what we've got to. I kind of have a suspicion on why he's been sent to her on assignment, but I think that's pretty obvious. I'm enjoying it so far, but that is actually going to be the end of today's video. If you want to see more thoughts on Good Spirits, then I'll try and do like a wrap-up video towards the end of December, or I'll incorporate it into a video in early January maybe. So, or you can also just follow me on like Goodreads or Fable, which are always linked down below, because then you can see like live thoughts on what I've rated it and stuff. I mean, I don't really write my thoughts, more just a rating, but you can see that on there. But yeah, enjoying this book so far and excited to see where it goes. I've actually had a really fun day with you guys controlling my bookish day, which ended up being a little bit non-bookish towards the end, I suppose, with like dinner and stuff, but mainly a bookish day, and we bought more books than I probably should have, so that's normally the case anyway. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you for taking part if any of you voted over on my Instagram. If you want to be involved in future votes and things like that, then my Instagram is always linked down below, as well as my TikTok, because that has more like day-to-day content on there. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for another day of Bookmas.